I do recommend going over to Twitter and typing in the Sam Harris hashtag, because it's not just the turkeys that are being roasted this evening, but I do hope this guy goes and meditates a little bit on the way he's acted the past few years.
I mean, Hunter Biden, at that point, Hunter Biden literally could have had the corpses of children in his basement. I would not have cared, right? It's like, there's nothing. First of all, it's Hunter Biden, right? It's not Joe Biden. But even if whatever scope of Joe Biden's corruption is, like if we could just go down that rabbit hole endlessly and understand that he's getting kickbacks from Hunter Biden's deals in Ukraine or wherever else, right? Or China. It is infinitesimal compared to the corruption we know Trump is involved in. It's like a firefly to the sun, right? I mean, like there's just, it doesn't even stack up against Trump University, right? Trump University as a story is worse than anything that could be in Hunter Biden's laptop, in my view, right? Now, that doesn't answer the people who say it's still completely unfair.
Today, popular podcaster and thought leader Sam Harris. Sam Harris's Twitter died suddenly. Apparently today, Sam Harris is rage quit Twitter after a lengthy bout with long haul Trump derangement syndrome. He had been very active on Twitter for years and he had a massive following, but someone like this couldn't possibly continue to exist in the new Twitter. This was a guy that was really, really wrong about really, really big things. And that's a big problem if you're situated as some sort of intellectual thought leader. It's one thing to be wrong, but it's another to be wrong so much and just be completely unable to admit that you fucked up. And he couldn't admit that. But the walls are falling down at Twitter. It's really interesting to see the new dynamic on there. For a long time, he was just kept safe by this herd of blue check marks and bots in his comments that defended everything that he said, that encouraged him to be so damn arrogant. And the new Twitter's different. You have all these unbanned accounts, and it's feeling wild on Twitter again. The jackals and the hyenas are going to eat you if you fuck up so much. It's just the nature of Twitter right now, especially if you're positioned the way that he was, right? Yeah, so I guess the pressure of being wrong so often caused him to rage quit. We don't have an explanation from him yet, but I just assume that all the unbanned accounts ganged up on him and got to him. They wanted answers. Maybe an apology would have been nice. But let's remember who Sam Harris is, okay? He got very popular, as I recall, from books on meditation and science. And he became really popular also because of his views on spirituality and religion. He's one of the most famous atheists out there. And he told the world some hard truths about Islam. And that's when he really got like a big following. And I recall he was someone that would debate anyone. He was in some very big name debates, and people started to respect him for his intellect and his courage and debating all these big name people. But somewhere around the height of his fame is when Trump happened, and he contracted a mighty bad case of the TDS. Got him. So first he pushed this endless stream of Russian hoax news, and he supported all the censorship that was happening and gave credit to all the weird conspiracies that were being pumped out about Putin and Trump. And he made it sound really good because he's Sam Harris and he's super duper smart, and you're not as smart as him, and neither are your friends. And so, so what? A lot of people got that wrong, but he could never admit it, okay? And then next, he was a guy out there pushing COVID dread, COVID anxiety, making people so fearful of it. And once again, he promoted and substantiated any kind of tyranny the government could dream up. He was in support of it. Close everything down, lock them all down. Don't you talk back or you're getting censored. He was for all of that. And once again, he made it sound really good because he's super duper smart, smarter than you, right? But I think the last straw, at least for most people, is when we did encounter the Hunter Biden laptop story, and he called it a conspiracy. He made fun of people that thought it was true. He was very arrogant, and he basically talked down to all these people that knew the truth. Those stupid, unenlightened Trump supporters that need to be corrected, and basically just dismissed the entire thing. And he had that very, very wrong yet again. And the kicker was, okay, so the Hunter Biden laptop story is proven to be true, and he's not wise enough to apologize or say, hey, I could have done this better, or maybe I shouldn't have been so pompous to everybody, but instead he doubles down again. And I think he said something, I'll get the exact quote and I'll put it on the screen. He said something like, I don't care if there's dead bodies of children in Hunter Biden's basement. That even that is better than Trump. Pretty disgusting, Sam Harris. And that was what really pissed a lot of people off. And I think at the end there, the big kicker, this is the one that pushed him over the edge. He was a guy that was naturally really pushing the vaccines on everyone, the injections. I don't even think we can call them vaccines anymore. He was pushing the injections and pumping out the fear. And what's happening now is we have all the data starting to come in from this whole scandal. And the data doesn't match all the claims that they made. Remember, they told everyone they were going to die if they don't get the injection, the whole long, dark winter. Once again, being very arrogant and talking down to people that didn't want it. He did all that. And now we have the cold reality to contend with that it was actually him that was wrong. And so now, not surprisingly, I don't know if he's quitting forever or just taking a little break, but the heat was getting hot, and a lot of people wanted him to answer for himself, and apparently he couldn't do it. And we do have I do recommend